yourself.
Hey, everybody, it's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. My name is Ben Konowitz, and with me, as always, is the Velma to my Fred, Brad Oman.
Jinkies, that's me.
That's your best, Velma?
Jinkies.
And the Scooby-Doo to my Fred, Nate Loucks.
Ruh-roh.
Have we done Scooby-Doo before?
I don't think so.
I don't think that was it. No, I'm a little low on that one.
It's like Grover.
Yeah,
as Scooby-Doo.
It's like,
I thought it was
well, you do a Scooby.
Kermit the Frog as...
Doesn't he do a ruh-roh or no?
Ruh-roh. Yeah.
Well, that was no better than mine.
Ruh-roh. The rahee-hee-hee is what he does, though, more.
That's a horse.
He's a big dog.
Yeah, Marmaduke. Hey.
Like, wow, Scoob.
Oh, nice.
That was pretty good. You've been working on your Shaggy, haven't you?
Yeah, guys.
I'm Fred. Pretty good. Been working on that one for a while. Anyway.
So, well,
Merry
thanks so much.
Christmas.
Yeah, hey, guys.
Merry
Hey,
Christmas.
happy holidays.
It's a movie podcast.
Yeah, Merry Movie Podcast.
This movie podcast is arriving to you around Christmas.
It should be.
It's a treat.
We weren't even going to do one because we're all busy right now, but Brad's like, guys, we got to give the people what they want.
Well, last week someone was like, I'm too busy to do 2 podcasts.
Well, hey, what were we busy doing last week?
I don't even know.
Prancer Palooza.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, we hosted a live event here in LaPorte, Indiana at the Civic Auditorium in front of about 1,000 people.
I think more.
Maybe more than 1,000 people, maybe 1,200, 1,300 people, where director John Hancock, the director of Prancer, came back to LaPorte, and we showed the film, and there were actors and actresses from
Rebecca Harrell, who's the
movie were there.
Rebecca Harrell Tickle, who played Jessica in the movie Prancer.
actress.
Aunt Sarah was there. Sam Elliott could not make it, unfortunately. He had other commitments that he had to do.
He was supposed to.
And then Mark Ralston was going to be there, and he might remember him from Shawshank Redemption and Aliens, but he had a car accident right before the show and couldn't make it either. But we made the best of it, honestly. It was a great time.
It was so much fun.
We had so much fun.
We were going to try to record it and release it as an episode, but unfortunately, we could not get the Civic's audio equipment to cooperate with what we needed to record.
You know what? That's a big shout out to Charlie Young, podcast lover and friend of the show.
And just lover in general.
And he did all the audio for us at the show, and it was fantastic.
And he put
job.
together a spectacular video that was unfortunately interrupted by a sound check for the band. But it was still great because what we did is we combined a bunch of retro holiday commercials from the 80s around the time Prancer would have come out, and including the clip from Siskel and Ebert from back in 1989 where they very favorably reviewed the movie. And then
they liked Prancer.
Yeah, they both really liked Prancer. And then the other thing that we did was before the movie, we wanted to play a few trailers that would put people back in 1989. So we attached trailers to it that would have played in theaters around the time. So we had the teaser trailer for the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. We had the trailer for Back to the Future Part 2. And we also had the trailer for Christmas Vacation, which came out roughly a month after Prancer hit theaters.
Very different type of Christmas movie.
Great experience overall, though. Got to talk with the editor and the director and 3 actresses from the film.
Yes.
It was 4 actresses from the film. All right. Jessica, Aunt Sarah.
Just 3.
Oh, just 3, yeah. And the lady that played the choir director, maybe?
She had a small role. Nate talked to her, I think.
A little bit, yeah.
So, yeah, anyway, good times. Next year, let's try to do it with a different movie, Brad.
Yeah, we'll do it with Dasher.
A different movie. Let's get the kids from A Christmas Story.
Let's do it with a Vixen.
Okay, you're missing the point here. What is wrong with you?
I don't know. I'm blitzing.
Oh, good Lord. Anyway, I wrote a game, but I only got 3 questions in, and I couldn't do it anymore. So I'm still going to play it.
Cool story, Ben.
No, we're still going to play it.
All right, play the game. Let's do it.
We're going to play the game.
Okay, go.
I'm going to bring it up right now.
I'm a little disappointed I didn't have time this week to do a Christmas game.
I started.
Hey, Nate, you know what? Me too.
I started this one, and there's only 2 questions.
Okay, what's the game called?
All right. Oh yeah, I didn't come up with the name of the game. No.
We're on a roll here, listeners.
This is I got you a word for Christmas.
Okay,
That's what the game's called.
Wow.
I got you a word for Christmas. I'm gonna give you a movie.
Two questions.
Movie. There's only 2 questions. So actually, Brad's gonna get one, and Nate's gonna get one.
Good.
All right. So I'm going to give you. I'm going to read the Christmas title of a Christmas movie here.
Okay.
And then based on that title,
Yeah.
right, I'm going to tell you which word in that title is in another Christmas movie.
Okay.
And then I'm going to give you very obscure things about that movie to see if you can guess which movie it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
I genuinely don't know what we're doing, but go ahead. I'm gonna figure this out.
That's why.
But on like the third or the fourth question, I'll figure this out.
That's why you're going to go. You're going to go first, Nate. All right. So I start off with A Christmas Story.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. I know that one.
All right. So the third word of that title,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Is story. Point me. Brad.
No, actually, I just found out this won't work.
It won't work?
My game won't work.
Oh, okay. Wow.
This is so stupid.
What did you do?
I fucked it up so bad.
The third word. Okay, I'm going to start with the Christmas story.
All right.
What
so
is the third word of a Christmas story?
Brad,
Story.
we're gonna go.
1 point.
No, we're gonna do yours.
The
'cause
movie is
yours,
a Christmas
yours is
story.
the only one that was.
What is the third word?
You're,
This is the best game.
It's a game.
I'm so good at this game.
For idiots.
shit.
Finally found a game I can play.
Shit.
What is the
So-
second
so
letter
I'm gonna give you.
of this
I'm
title?
gonna give you this. This is the only one that'll work now.
Okay.
So that was somehow that was going to go to Die Hard, and I have no idea how that. So anyway, Die Hard, Brad.
What is the first
the
word?
second word,
Oh, yep.
right? This is a Netflix movie
Uh-huh.
from 2021,
Okay.
and the pitch of this is: after meeting her perfect match on a dating app, an LA writer learns she's been catfished when she flies 3,000 miles to surprise him for Christmas.
It's called Love Hard.
It is. So that was what I was supposed to be doing,
Yeah.
right? I don't know why I wrote a Christmas story and then was like, get Die Hard from that, because they definitely share words. I wrote the whole fucking thing. Third word. Oh, that's why. Okay, I should have kept reading. Yeah.
What did you do?
Okay, so there's a version of this game that will work. I just got to figure it out. The third word, this film has many of them. Many stories. Like in a building.
Oh.
So that's where I was going to go with it originally, and then I transitioned it to just the word from just sharing words in a title.
I got you.
So yeah, I was brainsting this about like a half an hour before you guys got here. And I was like, this won't work, but I still wanted to
Gotcha.
bring it up on the show.
Okay.
So anyway, fuck it, that was fun.
Well, thanks so much for listening to this, guys.
Yeah, I know you guys come here for the quality, well thought out game.
hey Nate, I got a third one for you. So Love Hard, right? That's the one that he just got. Now, Brett, Nate, first word.
Mm-hmm.
That's your only clue.
Love Hard.
I just said Love Hard. That's the.
What's the next
Well,
What's the
title?
next title?
Last time you said A Christmas Story. What's the third word? And I said story, and I got the point.
Brad, Love Hard,
Yeah.
and that's your only clue.
Love Actually.
And that's right. See,
Love Hard.
hey buddy,
Yeah.
who's our Christmas sponsor?
Ben, let me ask you something.
Okay, I'm all in this time, buddy.
Do
Your
you,
Christmas gift is no guff.
do you have a favorite holiday drink?
I do.
What is it?
Better not be eggnog.
It's not eggnog. I don't like.
Who
eggnog.
likes eggnog? That's
I like
disgusting.
eggnog.
No.
Do you really not like eggnog?
Eggnog?
I can have like half of a cup.
Why would
it's,
you-
it's
No,
not.
no, of
something-
course. It's,
Why
yeah,
would you like something with nog in it? Nog.
Go on.
No, please continue.
Yeah.
Nog.
Okay. He's just gonna repeat
This is
nog.
a good setup for your stand-up bit, Seinfeld.
No, it just the,
What's the deal with nog?
What?
Who would drink something called nog?
You know what I would say? Not gonna do it.
It just sounds so disgusting. It just sounds eggnog. Like if you made it like something like sweet, right? Like egg treat.
It has a little bit of sweetness to it.
Like egg
I know,
treat.
but like yeah,
Egg treat.
egg treat.
egg treat.
Hey,
Honey, would you like some egg treat?
would you like another glass of egg treat?
Okay, more
That's
likely
what they
to
have
drink
in
it.
Britain.
Yeah,
They have egg
exactly,
treat.
exactly. It's like, oh, maybe I like treats. You know what I don't like?
And
Is
make
nog.
sure do the thing that we say every night, children. Have the egg treat and then don't brush your teeth.
I like eggnog. I like one of the things that my parents had that they introduced me to is putting a little bit of cinnamon schnapps in eggnog. Gives a little cinnamon kick.
How
That's
old were
pretty
you?
good. I was 10.
7 years old.
Yeah.
7 years old.
No,
That was the year Dad got fired from work.
there was actually.
Hey son, try this.
Here's a secret, Brady boy.
Put some hair on your chest.
Here's a secret.
It's funny. There was a time when my parents did have holiday parties at our house,
There was a time they had fights about him losing his job.
and I would like eggnog when I was a kid, and so I had my own eggnog. But other adults had eggnog that had alcohol in it, because you can put other alcohol in eggnog besides cinnamon schnapps. Like some people like to put whiskey in it. And
Go on.
It's very good. But I remember accidentally grabbing one and tasting it and being like, oh, like that's not my eggnog. And then I was like, and I like had a little bit of like a buzz afterwards, and like I wasn't entirely sure like what the deal was. But yeah, that was a fun memory. But no, I like eggnog.
No.
I'm surprised. Anyway, you don't have a favorite holiday drink?
I mean, I said yes, and then you guys cut me off because you got a
I do.
9-hour
He
conversation
cut
about
you
eggnog.
I do. I have a favorite holiday drink.
Go on.
I like hot chocolate.
Oh. How about you, Ben?
I also like peppermint.
I
hot
like
chocolate.
I like cinnamon schnapps.
Do you?
No, I like Rumplemans.
Rumplemans is pretty good. I wouldn't consider it a holiday drink, but it's minty, so that's
it's
fair.
a Christmas in a glass, baby.
So that's wonderful. I'm proud of you. Speaking of holiday drinks, I got something that I want you guys to try.
I am immediately regretting his Christmas present where I said I'm not going to give him any guff. You know, again, I just during this segment is the only time.
Guffaw.
Like I'll give you no guff now, but like a lot of guff in a little bit.
No, there's no guff allowed.
I don't like this.
All right, so go ahead and grab it. Don't look at the front of the bag. Don't look at the back of the bag. Just look at the side.
Give me that thing.
Oh wait, I need mine. Hold on.
my God.
Whoopsie doodle. Nate, don't look. Close your eyes. Don't even look at the bag. Just take some of the pieces and put them in your mouth.
I just got one piece.
Not in the microphone.
You knocked me. You knocked me, didn't you?
Is that peppermint eggnog? Is that what it's supposed to be?
What's wrong with your tongue?
Is that peppermint?
It's just nog, right?
Yeah, baby, it's just eggnog.
Oh,
That's just eggnog flavored jelly beans, baby.
You knocked me.
okay. Well, I got nogged.
Do you like them?
No. Do you?
I like them. I like eggnog, and this captures the flavor of eggnog pretty well.
No, why would you want that?
I don't want to get knocked up.
You don't want to get knocked up?
No, I don't get knocked up.
You want me to throw out your nog?
Don't throw out my nog. What the fuck that means? but you know
But
what?
guys,
Glad I said
not
no.
while I'm in the room.
Glad I
Not
said
while
no.
I'm
It's
in the room.
smart. It's smart.
Yeah, always say no throg to the nog.
Man, wow, that's a bummer, guys. I thought you guys would be like my nog bros.
Nah. Nog, bro. Nog. Yeah. Well, it's that's eggnog and a jelly bean.
Don't you like custard?
Yeah, it doesn't taste like custard.
Eggnog does have a custard
It
taste.
does, but that doesn't. That
No,
jelly
this
bean
doesn't taste. No, this
Oh, there
tastes,
you go.
This tastes like eggnog.
Treat custard. I would
We've
probably
been-
drink treat custard.
We've been talking about how we're not sure why we're pretty stagnant with listeners. like kind of inside baseball here off the air. We're like,
They're
man,
yeah, we're stuck at this
we've
amount
been
of listeners.
stuck here for a while, and honestly, it's not getting any better. I think
Our
I
other
found out why.
podcast is growing.
Yeah.
This one is not, and it's like
You don't think it's your dumb intros?
No, I think it's the listener.
Like you don't think it's being immediately turned off by some dumb chuckle fuck who like just doesn't know what he's talking
my
about?
theory is it's the
I blame the listener.
dead air.
I'm blaming the listener.
Well, there wouldn't be dead air if Ben wrote the games.
I did. That was a great game. Could have been. It was the bones. It had good bones, like an old house.
Them bones, them
Good
bones,
bones. Like
them
good game.
dry bones.
Game could have had stories.
Them bones, them dry bones.
What's the last movie you saw, Chucklefuck?
I saw them bones.
By the way, I was joking. I would never blame the listener for anything.
By the way, I've only seen one movie since.
Let's start with you then.
All right.
Because
Yeah.
I've actually seen quite a few.
Did you? Oh, well, you guys are all like not working right now. I am still working.
Yeah, the gutter company shut down for the whole
Well,
week.
that's kind of the beautiful thing, though, is even when I'm watching movies, I'm still working, baby.
Ugh.
Yeah, because you have a fake job. All right.
Yeah, your job doesn't exist.
I'm just working for the weekend, baby.
I watched a movie that we actually reviewed the trailer on this very podcast.
What was it, Nate?
A movie called Carry On. Did you watch it?
Nate, do you know what? I also watched Carry
Hey,
On.
good, because I want you to talk about it. Did you watch it, Benny?
I did.
Let's.
All three of us,
It's
we
a
did it!
trifecta!
Merry Christmas!
Yes, it's a trifecta because I kept on thinking, you know who's going to love this movie? Ben.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, did you think that too? Like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, Ben's going to love this movie.
I knew he was going to love this movie.
Movie's great.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I honestly loved this film.
This is right up
It
my
was fantastic.
right up my airplane alley.
Such a great Jason Bateman is
just
so
the right amount of like of silly, you know, where
Yep.
it's that kind of action movie that you just like love, like fun wild turns
Oh,
and like
for
things that
sure.
don't quite make sense, and it's just
but not over the top
Yeah.
there, not so
They're-
unbelievable.
They're not egregiously breaking their own rules of the universe, but they are definitely flirting with the sides of them. Where you're
Right.
like, what that really happened?
like that, like the when the detective is driving, being driven like to the airport by the guy who is actually not the agent, and like that whole
It's-
wonder action sequence
it's a
where they're driving on the highway at full speed.
Real wild. I mean, they did that because like we need to have this.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah,
like
but how do they do that camera?
they were storyboarding it. They're like, too much is at the airport.
Do you guys understand how you did the camera? I don't know how they did the camera.
well, I'm sure that they had. So I'm sure most of the car probably isn't there, other than like the seats and you know, and maybe not even the dash. But they probably have the camera hooked up to a computerized system that is doing the motion all around them. And
Because it was really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, the way they did that, I will admit, like you said, it's certainly maybe not like essential to the plot, but the way they did that, I was watching it with Evelini, and I'm like, that was just really cool the way they did that.
No, it
like
was awesome.
the way they
yeah.
turned around the car.
They've done a few things. I mean, this isn't at the level of like a John Wick or Extraction 2,
yeah,
where they kind of just have this one take where it's all shot to look like one take. Or the Extraction, though, those were one takes, and so was John Wick, right? Like that was like what they were becoming famous for.
Yes.
Like these 7-minute action scenes that were all choreographed. This clearly was just made to look like that, where obviously they edited the shit out of it, but
Yeah.
it's kind of that blending of, you know, inside the car, outside the car stuff. I love it though. I think it's a very modern, unique way to do it, and it's a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
I thought it was done very well. But yeah,
The director, John.
Jaume Collet-Serra.
Yeah.
Jean Molecotera.
I really liked what he did in this film. And
Oh yeah, that's what I was doing.
Oh jeez.
It's Mecca Lahiki Maka is
No,
the
this
place
is
to be.
not even close.
And have Merry Christmas for you.
Okay.
That's from Christmas Vacation?
Sure. Yeah. Sure is.
I did it.
Nate, what were
we
you
keep on
saying?
talking about why we have no listeners.
What?
All right, so
Now, guys,
this
you can't blame the listenership on stuff like that. That's comedy gold. See? That's what people tune in for. You're telling me right now that people heard that and then turned it off? I highly doubt it.
I don't think anyone's going because no one owns an old fucking radio anymore.
You know what I mean.
You know what? I'm turning this podcast off.
Hey, you know what? Roll your window down. And I know you can't see what I'm doing, listener, but I think you know what I'm doing right now.
He's stroking his penis.
No. Damn it. It's how I roll my window down.
Ew.
What? It's a push button.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. I'm sorry, Nate.
so
What'd you think of Air Traffic Controller? What was the movie?
carry on.
Carry On. What'd you think of Carry On?
So I want to talk a little bit about this director because he's had a couple flops, right?
Yeah, but he's made some of the better Liam Neeson.
I know
action
this is
movies.
the crazy thing,
Yeah.
Cold
and
Pursuit?
I wonder because he did Black Adam, which was not good,
Yeah.
but I wonder.
I don't
if
blame
that-
him for that, though.
No, that's what I'm gonna
That-
say.
that was a director
that
for hire
Dwayne,
situation.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, like saying this is the way this film's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm sure
'Cause
that was
like
part of it.
I felt like The Rock had a vision for that film, and it was gonna get made the way he wanted to do because
Yeah.
he was financing it, right?
was-
Pretty much.
100% setting up so that Black Adam and Superman would
Kiss.
would fight each other.
And he
that's
also did-
that's not what's going to happen.
He also did Jungle Cruise, which was fine. It wasn't great,
Yeah.
but he is doing the upcoming remake of Cliffhanger.
Ooh.
And then what are the Liam Neeson movies that he directed, Nate?
He did Unknown. Did you see that one?
Yeah,
I did.
Unknown's fun.
He did Nonstop,
Yep, that's also fun.
That's fun.
Run All Night,
I've seen that.
Yep, that was okay.
The Commuter,
I don't think that was very good.
No, that was not very good.
and those are the ones he's
Yeah.
done.
I thought he did Cold Pursuit because that's a fun one.
No, and then he did one called The Shallows, which was with
Oh, the
Oh,
shark,
that's
the shark
great.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Shallows
great.
is great.
Yep.
It's a great movie.
And so he's got another one coming up called The Woman in the Yard with Danielle Deadweiler, who's in this film.
Mhm.
and the premise is a woman in black appears on a family's front lawn and delivers a chilling warning. No one knows where she came from, what she wants, or when she will leave. It's a psychological horror film. So, should be fun. But I really enjoyed this film. I love what he did with it. I thought the Jason Bateman was fantastic as
Taron Egerton's great.
Taron Egerton's great. If this is on Netflix, don't skip this just because it didn't get a full film release.
It got pretty big. Again, people have been watching it like crazy, and
as they should, because it's a very good film. I would have loved to actually seen this in the theater.
It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah. It is. That's what I loved when we started watching. I'm like, is this a Christmas film?
Yeah.
But that's the only film I got to watch this week. Ben, let's go over your films before we get to Brad.
Yeah. Can't wait to hear what kind of art house stuff you got into this week. It's my favorite part of the show.
I can't wait to hear the movies you watched that I don't understand because my brain is shut down like an old computer.
like an old computer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm still using Netscape Navigator in my brain, so I can't read subtitles.
I don't know what this make fun of you characters, but this is what he does every single time.
I shit myself.
Oh, it's me, Brad, making fun of a guy for having a normal opinion on things. Oh, a Copy 386 computer.
Whenever I hear something's artistic, I get scared and my winky shrinkies.
My winky shrinky?
Yeah.
You know this winky is shrunk as far as it's going to shrinky. I think it's about as big as a pinky.
Don't ruin pinkies for me.
But it's like 12 inches.
Well, and sometimes when I put it there, it's a little stinky.
Girth of a pinky.
Anyway, no. I watched. You know what? I saw the Polar Express for the first time ever.
You've never seen the Polar Express?
Never seen the Polar Express.
Well, now you're going to have nightmares.
Yes, I will.
I actually love the Polar Express, but the animation has not aged well.
This movie is a horror film.
The animation didn't start.
No, this is a horror film.
It is like the first of one of the first computer generated films, right?
No,
no, that's the problem.
That's the thing is like it was not, and also
it's not. And it wasn't even close.
And this was one of the first computer animated motion capture.
Oh, that's
films.
what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yes, but that makes it worse because the
uncanny valley of the eyes
it is terrifying.
It's haunting.
Yeah.
And there's no way that they wrote this movie and they were like, you know what, we're gonna do a scene where we put a child alone in a dark train car full of disgusting, haunted marionettes.
Oh.
Like with a Pinocchio with a split open nose.
Yeah, isn't that great?
It's so jarringly horrific. Like Ender and Rune, they've seen this movie a couple times and they're like, we don't like this scene. Yeah, I get it.
we don't like this scene.
They said it before. They're like, they go to the train car and they open it up and they go, we don't like this scene. And I'm like, what's wrong? Oh, I don't like this scene immediately either. That's
Ben's like, Jesus Christ.
I'm not joking. You look down, you look up, you're like, what? Oh, why? Why?
By the way, is this film universally not liked? I don't know because I like this film.
I think there's people who like it who have nostalgia for it and who just
that's fine.
I think there's a lot of kids that saw it when they were younger.
But a lot of people I think acknowledge that it is A, just not a good movie, and B, an awful adaptation of the book, which is just wonderful. Like it's a classic.
Who voices Santa Claus? Is that
Tom Hanks?
Yul Brynner?
Tom Hanks does everything.
Tom Hanks plays all the adult characters, basically.
I mean, I knew that part of it. I just didn't think Santa Claus.
He even played the boy. He didn't do the voice, but he did the motion capture.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's not real, is it?
Dead serious.
You're not doing a bit?
Not doing a bit.
He did the mocap for the little boy.
Yeah.
Why?
Because Tom Hanks is everybody.
Wow, that's strange, honestly. Okay, anyway. No, it's so overall, it's a weird movie. It's just all over the place as far as like what they're trying to make funny versus serious versus
comedy's so weird.
Musical, you know, it's so very strange.
It's so weird to have such a they try for it to be photorealistic, but shoot it in such a fantastical way with camera shots that you would never be able to get in the real world where people look real like that. But also it makes the fantastical elements of the movie feel even more fake than they would if they tried to do special effects with real people.
Yeah, it's just a big misfire on production there. But
yeah,
I mean, they went for it, whatever. I don't know. Zemeckis is trying a bunch of weird shit, as always.
Yeah, he would go on to do a Beowulf adaptation with this mocap and equally bad computer-generated imagery.
By the way, this was the last film appearance from Michael Jeter before his death.
Who's Michael Jeter?
Wow, thanks, Nate.
An actor. He
talk to this guy.
He
this is like the third person, and off air he's talking about 2 actors that have died.
He was in a film called Air Bud.
He's like, well, I guess it's Merry Christmas, but I don't know if you heard that Margot Winget died. And we're like, who's Margot Winget? Oh, well, she was the stand-in for Margot Kidder in this first Superman. Did you not know that? She was 89. She passed.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I guess no moment of silence to go record. And I'm like, what are we doing right now?
What else was Michael Jeter in? I'm not sure who he is.
Green Mile.
Is that Mr. Noodle from Sesame Street?
He is Mr. Noodle.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Thanks, Nate.
I thought you guys would know who Michael Jeter is.
No, I really don't.
No, I don't remember his name.
Oh wow, he won awards for acting and stuff. He is a legitimate actor.
He was a good character actor. Yeah.
And
he was played by Tom Hanks in this film, though.
That's true.
He was.
Yeah, get in there. I also watched A Christmas Story today with the boys.
Yes.
First time.
They had seen it, but bits and pieces, because they would actually said that they would put it on at like family gatherings and stuff, and but they would just do stuff around it. This is the first time they've actively sat there, and it was fun.
So what did you think of the first time you saw it here?
I've seen it plenty of times. But yeah, they really liked it. They really liked it.
Do you guys remember the first time you saw A Christmas Story?
I was in college.
Really?
Yeah, because it was on TNT on repeat.
Oh, wow.
I saw it like early on.
Yeah, I actually very specifically remember, because I remember thinking at the beginning I thought this movie was going to be dumb because they played it for us in school around Christmas time. And then I remember...
What school did you go to? I didn't get to see A Christmas Story at Christmas.
Hanley. And so they played it for us.
He's also 16 years younger than us.
And
he's a young man.
I remember watching this and like thinking it was going to be dumb because it looked old and like felt like it was an old time movie, and then falling in love with it when it got funny.
I do
and
love
like
this film.
This movie's so
how
funny.
do you not like this film? It's great.
The first thing I caught, because back then anything that mentioned Indiana when I was a kid, I thought it was the coolest thing, right? And so this film was set in Indiana. It was set in the time or in the season that I love, Christmas. And so I love this movie from the get-go. And
I don't think you get away with showing this movie in schools nowadays.
No.
Especially because I remember when seeing it for the first time and being surprised hearing Ralphie say the soft gleam of electric sex in the window. I was like, wait, what? Like, we're allowed to watch this movie in school?
Yeah. And the lesson was beat up your bullies.
Yeah.
And your mom will cover for you.
Exactly.
Because she did.
Mm-hmm.
No, I love this film. Speaking of when you heard Indiana in a film, I was at the LaPorte Theater in high school, and the Sylvester Stallone movie Daylight.
Yep.
Amy
Brenneman's character.
They're just talking, and he goes, "Oh, where are you from?" And she goes, "A little town called LaPorte, Indiana." And I was like, I thought, I was so convinced that there was a marketing ploy that after we got out, and that's all we could talk about. We didn't even think about the rest of the movie.
And they just changed every
We thought
the
they
movie.
changed it to any theater.
Oh, sure.
Because why would they mention LaPorte, Indiana? We're like, oh, I bet you we need to go see it over in Michigan City. And they're going to say, a little town, go, Michigan City, Indiana.
But no, I remember that being the talk of the town.
It was.
Like, have
I
you
don't
seen
remember
Daylight?
this.
They say LaPorte in the movie.
It's crazy. Yeah, put that on your. Have you ever seen Daylight?
You never seen Daylight?
I don't think so.
Oh, subscribe.
Yeah.
Boom, you're in.
You got to see it. It's Sylvester Stallone 90s classic.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so good. How we doing on the waves there, buddy?
Good.
Nate's our in-house technician.
Go ahead and put that in the time code.
No, I was going to talk about it a little bit.
No, I don't want to do that.
I was going to literally thank him for doing it all year long, like it's a Christmas thing.
Don't
like,
make it sound like that.
No, I was going to say something. I was going to say the other night. I don't want to do that.
Hey, Ben, I do appreciate you. Thank you.
Fuck me, man. It was really good. Organically going to take a minute and be like, hey, man, I really appreciate all you do.
You didn't say you were going to thank Nate until after the fact. I'm not saying I don't want to thank
appreciate
Nate.
you, Ben. I appreciate you, Ben.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And it's so on point for you.
And also very insulting. Like, no.
Not doing that. Being the response to be like, I want to thank Nate. Be like, no, I don't want to do that.
And being serious. No. What, for pressing a couple fucking buttons? Jesus.
Yeah, we all got a computer.
Wow, harsh.
What was the movie called again?
Daylight. Daylight is the film that you're going to want to see. I also watched last night. I was doing some stuff, waiting to get tired, and I watched Major League.
Okay.
The classic 80s baseball movie. And you know what? It's one of those that I could just turn on anytime, at any moment, and just
What about during a
watching
funeral?
It's probably be the best time to do it.
What about at the hospital?
I mean, even better.
What about right after a cancer diagnosis?
That's probably the best time to do it. You want to keep going with these weird bits?
What about right before coitus?
You called it coitus. Anyway, it's a very good movie. It still holds up. There's a lot of fun to be had with Major League. Bob Uecker is absolutely a delight, and he I think he's still alive, but he might be in his 90s now.
Great voice.
But my God, he was an actual he's a baseball player, but then he was an actual sportscaster for many years and a voiceover guy. And he
Bob Uecker was 90 when they made the films. It felt
he
like
wasn't. No, I thought you were looking it
Bob
up.
Uecker was 90 when they made this film.
I mean, I immediately thought about him in the film. I'm like, well, he's got gray hair, but no, he wasn't 90.
I always thought he looked like Paul Hogan.
Oh yeah, a little bit, yeah. The American Paul Hogan.
Yeah, like Paul Hogan's dad or something.
by the way,
he's amazing.
he is going to be 91 in January.
Yeah, just amazing. Just a bit outside, like just perfect. Anyway, love him so much in this film. I guess that maybe sums up why I love this film so much.
Yeah,
there are so many characters in this film that are like, you can play the play-by-play guy, you can be the color announcer, and just read it as written, and then you can hire somebody like Bob Uecker to do it his way. And like, you know, you've got a young Dennis Haysbert playing Pedro Serrano, who believes in voodoo, you know, and you've got Corbin Burnson playing a yuppie, and Tom Berenger playing obviously a beaten down old catcher. I mean, everybody did so well, but of course this movie is most famous because Charlie Sheen plays the Wild Thing, and he's got 100 mile an hour fastball, can't control it, blah blah blah. This movie is great. It still holds up. Go see it.
Is it better than Rookie of the Year?
It's way different humor,
but I say no.
I say yes. Absolutely. Rookie of the Year is a family friendly film that is like, that's cute and fun.
Oh, Major League's
hilarious.
Yeah, you're right. Rookie of the Year is probably top notch.
You know what I like better? Little Giants.
I love Little Giants. I don't know what the problem is.
Major League's a better comedy, and
Rick Moranis.
You know it is.
I don't know. Rick Moranis versus Ed O'Neill. Like we're talking. Come on, the annexation of Puerto Rico. That's like gold.
We are talking about Major League and how good of a movie it is.
I'm talking about Little Giants. How good a movie it is.
Don't besmirch Major League's name.
Wow.
Anyway, those are the movies. Those are the facts. Those are the movies. Yeah, I watched 4 movies.
You don't watch anything more?
I watched 4 movies.
What is a better movie? Moneyball or Rookie of the Year?
Moneyball.
Moneyball, yeah.
Major League or The Rookie?
I haven't seen The Rookie.
Wait, the Rookie starring
Robert Redford.
Robert Redford?
Yeah.
Which is not The Natural.
Yeah, no, that's a different movie. Major League.
For the Love of the Game or 42?
42.
I've never seen 42, but I'm going to say 42.
It's not surprising.
Field of Dreams or The Sandlot?
Sandlot.
Yeah, The Sandlot means more to me.
Me too, and that's the only reason.
Angels in the Outfield or Mr. 3000?
Angels in the Outfield.
Although Bernie Mac was hilarious.
Bull Durham or The Natural?
Bull Durham. That's classic. Nuke.
I don't know.
That's like the epitome of a baseball movie comedy other than Major League, in my opinion.
Yeah, but like The Natural is like a good baseball movie.
It's a good baseball movie, sure.
Like a good baseball movie.
Easy there, chubby boy.
What is that?
I'm saying,
either chubby,
chubby boy.
either fat ass.
Because I meant it to talk about your penis, but then I realized I was going to call you chubby. I was like, easy. You're gonna chubby boy.
But yo, he kind of just left it there. Like, is it gonna work?
I just let it go.
Is it gonna be too mean?
What is this?
Like,
what is that?
Easy chubby.
Like,
whoa, Ben, coming to the gate.
It's like when you criticize somebody that has nothing to do with it. Easy there, bad breath. like, that seems personal.
Honestly, I want us to let's start doing that. Can we just start making fun of people for things that they don't know about, but they're not necessarily horrible? Like you're like, all right, close talker, and it's like, what did he call me a close talker? Yeah, you're always up in there fucking.
And you don't explain it, but you just give them the complex of like, am I a close talker?
All right, hey, sloppy eater, have a great day.
Easy there, stinky feet.
Hey, anyway, Dandruff, I'll talk to you later.
He called me chubby.
A couple more though.
Yeah, I like this. This is fun.
Fever Pitch or Major League 2?
Fever pitch.
Fever pitch.
All right. Did we do
However, Major League 2 has the best line that the manager Lou says.
Someone came in my shoes.
What? What? This is just you making yourself laugh. There's nothing.
You remember that famous line of Major League 2? Oh, somebody came in my shoes.
And he said it like he talks like this. But in that scene, God damn it, someone give him my shoes. Well, we gotta switch Sandusky over from third to first. Oh, somebody give him my shoes. Anyway, we're gonna win the pennant. Anyway, somebody come and get my shoes, and I'll be right back.
That was getting like a little Adam Sandler.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
Somebody come get my shoes. No, he's in the hospital in the second movie, and he's listening to the game when he shouldn't be, and he's watching some English soap opera that they've put on for him, and he's in a gown and everything in the bed, and he's like, all right, here we go. Wow. And he gets all excited, and the nurse comes in, and he's like, sure, what is going on? And he points to the TV and goes, I love this shit, and I may move to England. And I think about that once a week.
Somebody shit in my penny loafers.
Okay. Goodness gracious. We can have nice things.
All right. What about this one? The Babe or League of Their Own?
League of Their Own.
Did you watch The Babe?
Yeah, with
John Goodman.
John Goodman,
Yeah.
He plays Babe Ruth.
Correct.
Bonus point for Brad. He knew what the movie was about.
All right. Talent for the Game.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Talent for the Game?
Yeah.
Now you're just getting to the B-list stuff.
Talent for the Game was a film made in 1991, starring Edward James Olmos, Lorraine Bracco, and Jeff Corbett. You remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Famously.
Or everyone's... Oh, wait, no, not that one. The Scout.
The Scout. That's great. Brendan Fraser, Albert Brooks. Fantastic movie.
Hardball.
That's Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Versus the Bad News Bears.
The original?
Yep.
Yeah, the original.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any more. I mean, we've got some, but like, did we do Rookie of the Year yet?
Baseball movies are fun. They are just a lot of fun.
Trouble with the Curve.
Yeah, Trouble with the Curve.
In the Line of Fire.
The Benchwarmers.
Oh, Benchwarmers. Classic.
Classic Rob
man.
Schneider.
Yeah. Nick Swartzen. That's where Nick Swartzen really started to take off, I think.
Classic Rob Schneider. Beer League.
That's
oh my God, that's insane! What a way to wrap this up, guys. I watched Beer League last night.
Did you
No,
really?
you didn't.
I'm not joking.
How would you forget that?
I totally forgot. Ashley had never seen it.
Yeah.
And why would you? It's a throwaway movie from what is it? 90.
Not even like 2004 or something.
2006.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's, in my opinion, it flies so far under the radar. But
And technically, the name is Artie Lang's Beer League.
I love that movie so much.
I really want to see Katie Lang's Beer League.
Yeah, it is a new nose piercing. Thanks for noticing. Did you want to go play softball? Katie Lang's Beer League. Anyway, Artie Lang. It's basically it's a who's who of improvisers that are on this.
Like Ralph Macchio.
You remember when Ralph Macchio was on Whose Line Is It?
You know what? I will take that back. It is definitely not a who's who. It's not.
When
But-
someone asks you who your favorite improvisers, I know Ralph Macchio is at the top of my fucking
Top
list.
of my list. Oh no! But like certain people pop up. Tina Fey plays a receptionist, and she's in the film for 20 seconds.
Oh, crazy.
Right? Just like these little things like that.
Jim Brewer.
Oh, you love Jim Brewer, Ben.
Damn it! I'm just putting myself into the ground here. There's nothing I do. But Artie League, Beer League, Artie Lang is definitely doing a lot of improv with his buddies on set here, and they just decided to record, probably the funniest versions of these things. So anyway, they're having a good time improvising here, but there's a line in this film. There's a really old guy that's a pitcher, and his name's Dirt, and he's the oldest guy on the team by far. And they get in a big brawl, and they all end up in jail together. And the two teams that are in the fight are still arguing in the prison or in the jail. And this Dirt guy looks at this huge, massive 6'5" like beast of a dude. He goes, "Don't eyeball me, Junior. I used to fuck guys bigger than you in the joint." And it cuts to Artie Lang, and it's a fine joke, right? But then it cuts to Artie Lang. He's like, "Guys, we gotta stop. Did Dirt just say he used to fuck guys in prison?" Like, that's the kind of humor that I love, where it's like they're calling it out in the moment rather than just letting that be the joke. Artie Lang's very good at that. About like this would be silly if we didn't, like, if the character didn't bring that to everybody's attention, that this is weird.
Yeah, I
love humor like that, and I think that's why this movie really speaks to me in that way, because I just fucking love it.
Is Beer League better than basketball?
No.
Okay.
No, Basketball is still a very, very good movie.
Okay.
Like, Beer League's a movie. It's a vehicle for jokes, right? Basketball actually has a plot, and there's stuff going on. This one is just like, how many jokes can we try to fit in here, in this hour and a half, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does that thing too where he narrates for himself as he's like walking up to the mountain. He's like, his name's Artie Devanzo in the movie. Devanzo walks in, bronze tan from the gods. He does that kind of announcer voice the whole time. He's hitting 355 this season, and the ladies, they love to get on him. Like, he does all that false bravado stuff. It's so good. And that's enough about Beer League. That's the most anybody's ever talked about Beer League.
He might be right. I don't think Artie Lang's talked that much about Beer League.
It's so fun. And the classic improviser Ralph Macchio is in that film as well. You're right.
Nate, do you like Beer League?
I don't think I've seen it since 2004.
Have
and
you
I don't
seen
remember.
It? You have seen it?
I know I've seen it, but I don't remember remembering it.
Gotcha.
I don't remember remembering.
I don't remember.
Like, I remember watching it, going, "Okay,
good."
Well, not every movie can speak to everybody.
Top-notch comedy advice from Ben yet again.
Yeah.
I love that the movies that speak to me are Beer League.
Beer League.
And the movies that speak to you are like, I can't wait to hear La Fontaine Romansar or whatever.
I haven't
French
seen that
film
one yet.
You're going to see.
It's got a lot of talk, though. Got
All right.
the Grand Niplé of
Yep,
France.
there you go. Cool.
Whatever, mangly toes, Konowitz."
Mangly Toes Konowitz. That's what you've been sitting on this whole time?
No, that one just came to me.
All right, fair enough.
You do
I
look
looked
like
at your
you
toes, and I'm like,
you look like you
God.
shoved your toes into bricks.
I have fine toes. They're fine. I don't have weird toes.
why do you have socks on all the time?
It's cold
Yeah.
down here.
Why do your socks look like they have mashed up raisins in them?
Say mashed up erasers?
Raisins.
Mashed up
It's
erasers in them.
It's like God ate raisins and chewed them up and stuck them on your toes.
That's
Yeah.
not what my feet look like. Don't spread that narrative.
Like you look like you got a black sock full of soggy grapes.
I don't, though. They're real human
But
toes.
why does it look like it? If
Yeah,
you
why
don't?
does it look like that?
Yeah, I'm wiggling them right now. They're fine.
Oh, they just look
That,
lumpy.
but that is a wiggle.
It's not lumpy.
Yeah,
Those are toes.
looks like porridge.
What do toes look like?
Porridge in your feet.
What?
Feet porridge.
Somebody came in my shoes.
That's a classic line. We love Major League.
Major League 2.
Yeah, of course. Just the franchise. It's a baseball joke. Well, so I think it's fully appropriate that Ben is making fun of me for watching art house movies or movies that have subtitles or things that make him think. When the first movie that I'm going to talk about on this list that I watched is Hot Frosty. Nate, have you seen Hot Frosty?
I don't know if I did or
Nate,
not.
how have you watched a bunch of Christmas movies and Hot Frosty has escaped your radar?
What, does it win the nom de plume in Pascal, France?
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to admit to you, this is on my list to see. I am sadly very behind on Christmas movies because I've been so busy.
Wow.
Hot Frosty has the guy from Schitt's Creek, right?
Yes, I have not seen Schitt's Creek yet.
How have you not seen Schitt's Creek?
I just haven't taken the time to do it, and 6 seasons feels very daunting.
It's not. It's.
I've
You're
heard
gonna
it,
get.
I have heard it's
You
very
will
funny.
get done with it and go, I'm just gonna watch it again.
But it has Lacey Chabert in it as well, and the thing that's fun about it is
Do you still have a crush on Lacey Chabert?
Isn't she the one that had to turn down the Family Guy role because she was too religious?
Well, this is back in like 1994.
Yeah, and granted, she still could be religious. I mean, she hasn't done movies that really go against that idea.
Okay. All right.
But no, I don't have the same crush on Lacey Chabert as I did when I was younger. I first noticed Lacey Chabert when I was just a teen and getting into the Lost in Space movie. And I thought...
Getting into it like it's a series?
No.
Well, I was just getting into the Lost in Space movie, and I watched it over and over and over.
I really did. I love that movie so much.
Oh, my God.
Even though it's bad. Like, I loved it when I was a kid. And I had a crush on Lacey Chabert for a little while.
And Matt LeBlanc.
Handsome, chiseled chin.
Yeah.
Anyway.
By the way, there is a connection
Dr.
between
Drake
Artie
Memorial.
Lang's Beer League and Hot Frosty. Who is it?
Is it Joe Latruglio?
It is
That's
Joe
it,
Latruglio,
Joe.
who
Yep.
plays an amazing character in Beer League.
Nice. So Hot Frosty is kind of similar to Christmas with the Campbells, a fully Hallmark Christmas-style movie that follows the very silly premise of this scarf bringing a chiseled snowman to life as a real person, and Lacey Chabert being in a difficult situation where she's still mourning the death of her husband, isn't really ready to fall in love yet, but of course is very attracted to this snowman that has come to life.
Who hasn't?
Who among us?
That old chestnut rusting by an open fire.
But what's great is the movie is self-aware enough to know what it's doing, and it has some actual like other.
So is this a David Wayne type parody?
No, that's the thing is that's why I compare it to Christmas with the Campbells, because Christmas with the Campbells also has
Isn't a parody film?
No, it has a genuine Hallmark heart and center to it, but it sprinkles out like contemporary R-rated comedy that you wouldn't expect that kind of movie to have.
It's kind of hard to describe, honestly.
Yeah.
Like these types of films.
It's very unique. This one doesn't go for R-rated laughs, but it does have good comedy in it, and it's self-aware enough that it leans into the silliness.
This shockingly
without
has an 85% on
Yeah, people have been loving this.
What's the one you saw that you said this was Hallmark writers wrote it and then comedians?
That's what I'm talking about. Christmas with the Campbells.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember.
No, I watched that last year, and you're absolutely right. It was like somebody gave Hallmark writers permission to make an R-rated movie.
Yeah, basically they had a Hallmark script and then they handed it over to Vince Vaughn or whoever, and they added R-rated humor to it.
That's hilarious.
So this doesn't go R-rated, but it does have some good comedy.
Hot
It
Frosty.
has a solid ensemble cast. It's charming. It's fun. It knows it's silly.
Here's a consensus review on Rotten Tomatoes. The first two words maybe describe it well. Knowingly goofy.
Yes, 100%.
Right?
Craig Robinson and Joe Latruglio are in it, and they play two cops, and they're very funny. in it.
Cool.
But it knows what it is.
Is this a streaming?
It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original.
Sweet.
I
I
can't
will
wait to
check
watch
that
it.
out
I'll watch
tonight.
it,
I'll watch
yeah.
that tonight, Nate.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it should.
I'll beat you to it. I'll watch it tonight.
I watched. Now, when I say this title, Ben's going to be like, oh, this is one of Brad's movies.
Here we go.
The Remarkable Life of Evelyn. It's a documentary, and it tells the story of this teen who had this debilitating disease where his body is just slowly losing the ability to control itself. It's a musculatory disease, and it follows his parents talking about him and saying, that he didn't seem like that he had a lot of friends or anything like that, and he found solace in playing video games online. And he passed away, and they knew that he kept a blog, and so they decided to put a post out there, just anybody who might have been reading his blog because he was online so much, to let them know that he had passed. And so they put out a blog post saying that this kid had passed, and they start getting all these emails from people, and the documentary shows how they found out that he had this huge community of friends through World of Warcraft whose lives he had touched and helped and was a real genuine friend to, and they had no idea about these connections. And so the whole documentary uses animation using the actual game models from World of Warcraft to represent his character and all the other people who had characters in the game.
So the World of Warcraft people gave them the license to do it. That's awesome.
Yeah, and so part of it's animated, and it recounts the story of what happened with him and these other friends that he had. They actually talk to the friends, who they were online, and do interviews with them and everything. It's just a beautiful, touching movie, and it just shows that what something that people have often easily dismissed as being bad for kids or stuff like that, how a video game can create such a strong community where people who have difficulty or don't even have the ability to communicate normally are able to make these strong connections with people and even change their lives without even meeting them in person. It's a beautiful, beautiful documentary, and it was really well done.
All right, well, I take back everything I was going to say.
Do you ever think you'll have a positive impact on people like that?
Yeah, pepperoni nibbles.
Man, when my nipples get warm, they do look like crispy pepperonis.
How's it feel?
I don't know. I hope so, because if definitely not on this podcast. But no, I will say that I know that when my dad died, I talked about it on Slash Film Daily, and I got pretty emotional about it, and I received a lot of emails from people about that, and I've talked to some people who, after years later, they're like, I still remember when you talked about your dad, on Slash Film Daily, and just that, it meant a lot to them, and it made them feel, sad and everything. So yeah, I hope so. I think that it's a little more, usually more tied to introducing people to movies they might not have seen. Every now and then I get somebody who's like, thanks for recommending, this. It was so good. I loved it. Someone thanked me about Snack Shack the other day online, and I was like, oh, that's great.
Thanks for Particles of Sands of Time. It really, once I got through the Sanskrit subtitles, it was pretty good.
You can't read Sanskrit?
The Sanskrit subtitles.
Shifting back into Christmas mode, Nate, I have a bit of a differing opinion than you offered on a recent episode of Go Flix Yourself. I watched Red 1.
Breaking news.
I watched Red 1.
It wasn't good.
I liked it.
I haven't seen it yet.
You're dumb.
No, I will. I
love that this isn't even going to be a debate.
You're dumb.
Nate is I'm not even going to talk about the film. I will attack you as a person. You're dumb.
I'm sorry, Sasquatch knows.
I do.
We got to work on these, buddy.
I do agree with your critiques. I do think Chris Evans is not as good as someone who is a bona fide comedian would have been in the role.
Thank you.
And I do think that the plot is silly, and that Kiernan Shipka does not work as the villain.
And The Rock doesn't work.
They needed somebody older in Kiernan Shipka's role.
Thank you. Yes. Okay, that's all I said.
However, I do think The Rock works
because
what I like about this movie, actually, sometimes to a detriment, not all the time, but there are some times where it takes itself so seriously that I can't help but laugh that they made a Christmas version of Air Force One.
Right.
That's a lot of fun. There's a couple lines where Dwayne Johnson says something and I just laughed because he says it in such a deadly serious way. I was like, I can't believe this is a Christmas movie.
That's what I'm saying though. It's come on.
It brought me joy, but I don't.
It brought me joy. Then again, I'm not dead inside.
I don't think it fully. It's not the kind of movie where it knows what it is, and I wish
that's what my.
I wish they would have been able to lean more into that.
Yes,
but it still entertained me on that same level.
I did say there's a lot to like. There's a world they created. I like the world they created.
That's what I was going to say. That's my favorite thing.
Yep.
Is the way that they treated the mythology around Santa Claus, especially when they show how Santa Claus does what he does on Christmas.
It was fun.
Was really
it was
cool.
new. It was like a way
very
to do
new,
it.
very refreshing.
And I told you I really like J.K. Simmons as Santa. I thought he plays a really fun.
I wish he wasn't kidnapped because I wanted more of
Santa. Right?
Yeah.
Nate, off-brand Apple Watch wearer.
And I did want more of Nick Kroll. Nick Kroll's role randomly hilarious.
It's an Apple Watch.
That's an off-brand.
He's got a Pear watch.
Yeah. Stop.
Nick Kroll. By the way,
he flared his eyes at me like, I swear to fucking God, if you fucking do this.
We're not going down that road.
By the way, I told you though, Nick Kroll.
We're not doing iFruit comedy.
Nick Kroll does great.
Peach. Peach in your bucket?
Their computers are called MacBooks.
Fuck you. Because they're fake MacBooks. That one's not that bad. I'm still going to give it to you though.
Okay, go ahead.
Nick Kroll?
Nick Kroll.
He's fantastic in this.
Yeah.
And the little bit he does is really good.
I wanted more. But yeah, I mean...
Chris Evans just took me out of it a little bit. Not because I genuinely do love Chris Evans. I just didn't think this was his role. I didn't think it was perfect in this.
I agree. But I also appreciate that the action sequences were genuinely cool action sequences. They actually had some really cool set pieces that they did in this movie. And I had fun with it. I did not dislike it. And it was not nearly as dumb as I thought it would be.
Well, you're stupid.
You're stupid. That's funny. I watched one more Christmas movie that's new this year that I hadn't seen yet. Nate, have you heard of That Christmas?
No.
Buckle up, my friend.
Oh, boy.
No, this is an animated movie for the whole family.
Never mind. I did watch this. Yep, I watched this on Netflix.
Dipshit.
He watches so
it's
many.
British, right?
It's British.
the titles get lost to the sands of time.
No, I forgot about that.
Oh, this Christmas, that Christmas, I've seen them all.
This is directed by Richard Curtis, who previously directed Love Actually.
Yep.
Hey,
This is a movie.
I thought this was beautiful animation. Really loved it, but I didn't love the film itself.
Oh no, I did. I thought it was really charming.
It was fine.
It honestly feels like a family-friendly version of Love Actually because it has these interconnected storylines. Now, what they actually did is, I guess Richard Curtis wrote 3 kids' books based around Christmas, and so they took all 3 of those books and just linked them together into one story set in the same town. But Brian Cox plays Santa Claus, which I love. That was very fun. Really cool animation. I thought it was a very touching story. I particularly like the story about the kids making their own Christmas. That felt like a lot of fun to me, of them, establishing like new traditions, and like it was. I've never seen a Christmas movie reconcile with the idea of like new traditions and like pulling away from old ones just because of their traditions, and they did it in a really fun way with kids, and like giving them like the leeway to like, yeah, you can do new things. You don't have to just follow old Christmas traditions. Like everyone can do whatever they want to. It's Christmas. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, and everyone can watch it. It's PG, so it's literally for the whole family.
A lot. I like the animation of this one a lot. This was fun. Yeah, but I didn't think it didn't have the magic for me because I watched this maybe 2 weeks ago. I forgot to bring it up, but but it didn't have the magic for me that I wanted.
He's forgotten more Christmas movies than you'll ever see.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Whatever. Fake meth mouth.
Oh,
Jesus Christ!
Now wait a minute. That's almost double insulting because A, your mouth looks terrible, but B, you're doing it to make yourself seem cool.
Well, because he doesn't actually do meth, so I don't know how he's got meth mouth.
Oh, so
that's his thing. Like
so
he knows I don't do meth,
but you have a
I still have
nasty ass mouth.
Good guy. And that's actually the second teeth comment that you've said tonight, which makes me think there's something going on here.
Yeah, maybe you'll start
Got
going to the
shit
dentist.
teeth.
My God. All right.
For as much as you hate the Brits,
I hate him so much.
you'd think you'd
I've
be one
seen
of them.
Dirty Keys with better teeth than you.
What's that character? That you dropped into a southern accent. So I seen Dirty Keys. I seen Dirty Keys with more yellow on them than the back of a coonhound.
Oh, what?
A coonhound.
What's that?
There's a dog that hunts raccoons.
That dog will hunt.
I've seen worse white walls on a Studebaker. I've seen fences half painted that are worse teeth than that. Okay, I've seen some things.
Oh, Vietnam flashback.
Oh, Desert Storm. I'm a young man.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm only 50.
Oh, okay.
Desert Storm was technically a long time ago. That's our new Vietnam.
Yeah, you're not.
By the way, you're like working into a George W. Well, not long ago.
Yeah, get into a little southern drawl now. If you calm down a little bit.
He got excited and he turned into a southern gentleman.
Yeah.
I do say, sir.
I do declare.
I do declare that your teeth are not as off-white as I would like them to be. Anyway,
Any other films?
No, that's it. That's all I've seen. I still need to see Wicked, man. I
haven't either. Yeah, I want
need to go to the theaters to see. I think we're gonna go after Christmas, probably.
Hey, did you start watching Shrinking yet?
No, and I'm waiting until Brittany gets back so we can watch it together.
You're gonna love it if you're not. Hey, listeners, I know this is a film podcast, but Ben will allow me to talk about Shrinking. It's one of the few shows he allows me to talk about.
It's true.
The other one is Big Tits on Sunset.
What the fuck?
That's Ben's favorite streaming show.
Tits on Sunset.
Yeah, it's not what you think. It's girls showing their tits
Oh
on
my
Sunset
God!
Boulevard.
All right.
But watch the second
I told you
season
that
of
in
Shrinking.
confidence.
It's
No,
so
you told
good.
it to me confidently.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, it's a great show.
Ben goes, I love Big Tits on
my
Sunset.
God.
He was so
What
excited.
is wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? You're watching streaming
I'm
porn
not
shows.
watching any of that.
You told me you even watched the opening credit sequence, so you won't skip it.
I said that about Ted Lasso.
No, you're definitely talking about
Big Tits on Sunset. Previously on Big Tits on Sunset.
What about these? Holy shit, those are big tits.
Anyway,
Back to Sunset Boulevard.
I don't know what we're doing anymore. Merry Christmas, I guess.
Merry
Your
Christmas.
Christmas episode. We did it. Shrinking is incredible. If you're not watching it, you should be. It's just as good, if not sometimes more fun to watch than Ted Lasso. I mean, I love it.
All of the guest stars and all of the cast that they've brought in this year has just been a great addition.
Amazing.
It's time though. It is time for the thing that everyone is waiting for.
The
Kissing.
show to end.
It's trailer time.
We're gonna. Oh yeah,
Oh,
Ben.
shit.
You know what time it is.
What time is it?
Game time.
Game time. Ooh. Have yourself a merry little trailer. Let the trailer come to you. Sit around and watch this little trailer with me and you. And I rhymed you with you again.
You should have done
always
two.
do.
You should have done Watch His Little Trailer 2.
Yeah, sorry. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. You'll watch a trailer or two.
Oh.
Have yourself the best little Christmas from Go Flix Yourself to you.
He still has that problem where he knows like the very first part and then just wanders off into nowhere.
It's a nice little message for the listener.
Sure.
Have a merry little Christmas from Go Flix Yourself to you.
Wow. Cute.
I mean, it'd be a lot better if it like actually felt like fit the structure of the song though.
So
Yeah.
interested in making
It'd be a
fun
lot
of
better
me.
if you knew music.
You're just so interested in making fun of me that you didn't even hear what I was saying to the listener. You know? You just I know what your priorities are. I get it.
Is there a Christmas episode of Big Tits on Sunset?
Oh my god.
Yeah, booby tinsel.
What?
Booby tinsel.
Booby tinsel. I
Yeah.
don't believe that's a product.
It's like booby tassels, but they're made of tinsel.
I kind of got that, but
All right, just
I think
checking.
we can move on from that.
We watched some trailers for some upcoming films that we are excited about.
Yeah.
Neither of them come out until 2025, though.
I mean, well, we're like almost there, so.
It's like a week from now.
Oh, is that funny to you?
Yeah.
Is that funny to you, Chuckle
Well,
Fucks?
none of them come out until 2025.
Yeah, it's like we watched the trailer. It's not coming out for 2 weeks. Oh, wow.
But these
we're
movies,
always like 6 months ahead.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, but these don't come out until like summer of 2025.
But that's
like
fine.
most of the films we've been talking about the last 2 months come out.
come
in
out
the summer.
6 months from now.
But these are longer.
They're
away.
not, though. They're not.
When does? Let's talk about the first one.
Historically, I'm sure
Karate Kid Legends
comes out in May.
May 2025.
Yeah.
That's blockbuster season, baby.
there's no difference between this and any other trailer we talk about. It comes out 6 months from now. Yay.
By the way, starring noted improv artist Ralph
Ralph
Macchio.
Macchio, yes.
He's back and it's hilarious.
He-
Ralph Macchio
he-
is the Karate Kid.
He's doing a lot of improvising in this trailer for sure.
Yep.
No, this is bridging the world of the original Karate Kid franchise and the reboot franchise that Jackie Chan starred in with Will Smith's son, Jaden Smith.
Miyagi. More like you, Yagi.
And Cobra Kai.
Well, so I'm not sure.
Cobra Kai. More like Cobra. Oh, my.
I am curious.
I'm Ralph Macchio.
As far as I can tell, I don't think that there's going to be a lot of like crossover or things you need to know from the Cobra Kai series to enjoy this movie. I think it's more so just capitalizing on the legacy of the Karate Kid franchise and trying to do something that brings them together and captures the interest at a time when people are into Cobra Kai still.
It is in the same universe, it says on the release.
Well, no,
as
of
Cobra
course.
Kai.
Oh, it has to be because
Yeah.
Ralph Macchio's in it. You know,
Yeah,
he's
I know,
playing the
but
same
they're not
character.
just suspending.
Yeah, I just don't think that you're not going to have to watch Cobra Kai to like enjoy Karate Kid Legends.
sure.
Yeah.
I would never.
This doesn't look half bad. You know,
No.
I'm kind of intrigued. I didn't care for the Karate Kid reboot very much, just because it didn't seem necessary and it just wasn't that great.
When I first heard about the reboot or whatever, I thought, oh, that's a kids movie.
Yeah.
Now I wonder, was that a kids movie?
The original is less of a kids movie. It's more of just like a teen drama.
I wonder,
essentially.
marketing wise, were they trying to market it to teens and kids, or was it more like just this is a drama that
I feel like that movies back then that
the marketing engine wasn't like that?
Yeah, they weren't really gearing movies specifically towards kids unless they were just animated movies.
Because this felt like I remember when this came out, I was like, oh, this definitely is made for kids, is what I thought. Because Jaden Smith was what, like 8 or 9 at the time? He wasn't a
Probably
teenager,
11
was he?
or so.
Yeah, I think it was like 10 or 11.
But Daniel's son was in
He was in high school, yeah.
Yeah. So
I think that it's more so the movie itself was like it hit that spot of like in the 80s they kind of made movies that like kids could enjoy with their parents,
Sure.
but they weren't explicitly made for them, you know?
Yep.
I know.
It did fit that weird, like there was like more of a teen genre.
Yeah.
I did watch another film, by the way.
Oh.
American Pie.
Ah.
Remember I was texting you guys about
That's
that?
a teen film.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but that genre of teen film you don't see right now all that much, do you?
American Pie?
No, just I mean, like in the 80s, 90s today.
You
Oh,
have
yeah.
them, you have them now, but they are book smart and
More often than not, those kinds of movies are now coming of age movies, but like because they don't.
No, but I'm saying like, I'm not
Yeah,
saying
the
book
movie
smart
Book
like
Smart,
the
yeah.
movie smart. The title of the movie is book smart. Like that's the kind of movie.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, sorry.
So those
Like,
are the
those are the teen movies of our age now.
Yeah.
Even Cock Blockers or Blockers, sorry, that's got more of an adult theme to it because
Blockers is more along the lines of like An American Pie or Super Bad.
But there is a mix there of adult. But what's the you have
Karate Kid? Like we're talking about movies, I guess that would be like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
not made for kids, but also not fully adults, but adults that can enjoy them.
Yeah.
Right. Like I don't know. It seems in my head it's a subgenre that doesn't exist.
They used to make a lot more live action movies for kids. That weren't explicitly like goofy family comedies like Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day and stuff like that. You know, like it seems like there's no more middle ground where family movies can be taken seriously. They have to be like goofy, over the top.
When I was a kid, you watched My Girl and you cried.
No, for real. You know, even something like the Sandlot is not like your typical kids movie.
Because these are My Girl and Sandlot. Those are quote unquote real movies.
Yeah.
Right. They build a universe. They stay in it. Nothing's too fantastical about it. When the beast in Sandlot is not an actual monster dog, it's how they perceive the dog. Right. So they're really smart about making those movies because they're still accessible to adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like we've lost like the kids sports movie too. You know, we don't get Mighty Ducks anymore. We don't get the Sandlot.
I mean, there's so many of them, especially from the era that we all grew up in.
It's a bummer.
Yeah. Well, let's end on that sad note.
What were we talking about just before that, though?
Just sad.
Before American
sad,
Pie.
Just being real sad. Well, that was Nate's movie that he saw.
I don't know.
He forgot about it. He wanted to tell us all about it.
You forgot about something that we were talking about before that, though.
No, I was talking about beer league and how.
Oh no, we were doing trailer time. Whoops. God damn. We were talking about Karate Kid Legends. That's how we got on that tangent. Yeah. So Karate Kid Legends comes out in May.
Because we talking about that genre of
This looks like it has every chance to be good.
Yeah,
right?
the martial arts looks solid. You know.
Yeah. Anytime you do a Lego sequel like this, you've got an opportunity, to make it nostalgic and hit all the right beats. But it can still be a good movie that stands on its own. But we'll see.
It'll be interesting because it also has this. Like my sons will want to go see this, or at least my youngest son will, because of Cobra Kai. He loves Cobra Kai.
Nice.
And so like they're gonna have, I think, a following for this film.
Yeah.
Because they don't have to reinvent the Karate Kid.
Oh, is Pat Morita in it?
He's dead.
What? Pat Morita's dead?
Yeah.
When did he die?
I don't know.
Has it been like a few years?
It's been a while.
Oh. So probably not going to be making Collision Course 2 with Jay Leno and him?
Doubtful.
Okay. Just, putting it out there.
He died recently in 2005.
Oh.
It's almost 20 years ago. Jesus.
R.I.P. Pat Morita.
Wow, you suck.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, Karate Kid Legends is coming at you.
Hey, what about Superman?
What about Superman?
We watched the trailer.
Superman is back, guys. They hyped this trailer event up quite a bit, and it racked up the views to over 250 million, I believe.
Is it technically a teaser?
So the first trailer is always called a teaser, but it is a 2-minute trailer.
Yeah. But they don't give a ton of plot in this.
No, you don't. We have no idea what the story is, other than just that Superman exists.
Has a dog,
and there's other characters in the DC universe, and he has a dog named Crypto. Yes,
there's a dog.
I'm in.
No, I think this looks cool. I wouldn't say that I'm excited yet. There was no wow moment in this trailer for me. There's some cool shots. I think the shot of Superman fighting that big kaiju is cool. Mm-hmm. I think that there's some interesting elements in here. My biggest concern is that they're still trying to bite off more than they can chew by including all these other DC Comics characters to set up this universe. And I know James Gunn isn't going to spend a lot of time doing that stuff because
he's not afraid to use somebody for a scene.
Yeah, exactly. But he knows, and he also knows that he needs to deliver a good first Superman movie. So like I do trust him to a certain extent, but that is my biggest concern. I do think this looks solid. I think the cast looks great. I like the visual style. I like that it feels like something different for Superman.
That's the hard thing, right? Is especially with DC fans, because they are some of the worst fans in the universe.
Yes, specifically.
I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding
specifically you. Those who love Zack Snyder's movies.
Yep. They are some of the worst fans in the universe, and they're not going to let James Gunn have a chance, right?
Some of them will, I think, but others are still going to be hammering, that like restore the Snyderverse.
I'm sorry, I don't want the Snyderverse anymore.
No,
so move on.
And trust me, the box office proved that no one else does.
Exactly,
either.
And so I'm ready to move on. I'm ready for a reimagining. I'm ready for a new world to be brought forward
in-
that is exciting, and I'm excited about this.
In this Superman film, what will be the small alien race that takes over larger people and makes them do their bidding as imposters?
Lemons.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
But you're right,
Can
though.
James Gunn write something different? Is it possible? No?
Then what?
Than that. The plot of Peacemaker, of Suicide Squad, like he just has this narrative like ever since he did what was the horror movie Teeth? Is that what
Slither.
Slither. So he's had this fixation with these small amoeba type things that like attach to you and then change you as a person, and it's pretty thematic for him. So do you think he'll incorporate any of that? I'm being serious.
No.
I think you're gonna eat your words. I think you're gonna see that Zod probably just controls a bunch of aliens.
Zod's not in this movie.
He could be.
He's not.
Rod? How about Rod?
Rod Stewart?
Is Rod Stewart in this film?
Yeah, Rod Stewart's in this movie. You know who is in this movie? Beck Bennett.
He is.
Yeah.
He's got a big bushy mustache.
No, there's a ton in this. I trust James Gunn. It's going to be a big deal. People love Superman.
Yeah.
There's already been some criticism of David Corn Sweat because, again, people.
This is the first time that I've seen someone play Superman where their Clark Kent actually legitimately looks much different than their Superman.
And I love that.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I hate the idea that, like, oh, you put on glasses and now all of a sudden we can't tell it's you.
Yeah.
Right?
But the hair is decidedly
Yep.
different. Like, you could easily see people being fooled and thinking, like, oh, yeah, that's not Superman.
No, I agree. So I'm excited about this. I love another one I love is Nicholas Hoult. Love Nicholas Hoult.
My curiosity has been tickled.
Yeah.
I'm not excited yet.
No.
I want to see more.
Do you think there's times in this movie that he has to watch someone die as Clark Kent because too many people would see and that he would be Superman?
I don't think Superman ever does that. I don't think he has to watch.
Like because you spoil your secret identity because there's a car accident that you can clearly see happening.
Because it's always
and he just has to let it happen.
No, because he's fast enough that he can just change into Superman and be there to stop it.
Okay.
Yeah, because he can literally leave in this.
Yeah,
like,
he's faster than a speeding bullet.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you wouldn't even see him leave.
Yeah, he would just all of a sudden be next to you in full Soup's outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because like a lot of times he does this thing
It's not like
where
he has to walk away.
He grabs at his collar and it exposes that he's wearing the Superman, and he's not doing that very fast. I think a lot of people could see that.
No, that's not for them.
That's not for them.
Who's it for?
It's for the audience.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound very grounded.
So this film comes out July 11th.
This is Ben's oblivious movie character.
Just, I'm so obsessed with pragmatism. Like, well, that doesn't make any sense.
Why didn't you just tell him that he lied?
Weird.
And
Couldn't you
this
just spin the world backwards and go back in time to stop that from happening?
By the way, this is the first. Is this the first of the James Gunn DCU?
For movies, it will be, but Creature Commandos is an animated series on Max right now that establishes and takes place in James Gunn's DC universe.
Is this the Gunderverse?
Sure.
Thanks.
We'll go with that.
Okay.
It'll
like
be
it.
the first Superman film in 12 years.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
We'll see.
I'm in.
You're in?
I want to see this.
Are you excited?
I really am, actually. Yeah. I trust as much as shit as I'm talking about amoebas taking over brains. And
What was your favorite thing in this trailer?
Not the dog. I didn't really like that.
I love the
I like
dog.
Crypto.
I loved it.
The CGI needs to be finished, but it still looked shitty.
I like Crypto.
Oh, I loved Crypto.
Looks like a good boy.
Looks like a good boy.
Oh, yeah, it was a
I'm
Crypto.
not saying he's not a good boy.
Hey, you know what?
What, am I an animal?
You know who needs somebody to take you home after a hard night?
Crypto.
You do.
Yeah, you're fucking drunk.
What the? Too real. Too real. That reminds me of the Scrubs episode.
If you had a Crypto, you'd call it all the time to drag you home.
Scrubs episode. Where
He just slowly drags him on the road. And he's just like
Makes him
bleeding.
suffer
He's
for
just,
it.
like, bleeding.
my skin is just shaved off my face because my dog is dragging me across the pavement.
He's not a super dog.
Yeah,
He's just a regular dog.
It's just a dog that he trained to drag him home.
No, there's a scene in the Scrubs episode where they're playing basketball, pick up basketball, and JD doesn't know how to talk shit, and so they cuts away, and the guy's crying, and he goes, "He's like, you can't call his mom an alcoholic. That's a real thing."
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say a racial slur.
No, just about his mom's alcoholism. Anyway, well, guys,
Well, I
I think we did it.
Guys, I just want you to know that I love movies.
Oh God.
And I love you.
I just want to say, Nate, thanks so much for this whole year. You've been manning the podcast equipment and making us sound as best that we can. So thank you so much. I love you very much.
Thank you. And I don't know if you're looking at me with your cross eyes or if you're looking at somebody else.
And by the way, after all this stuff tonight, I've been angling everything at Brad. I've not said one thing about you. I've just avoided you, and I've been like, because too tall.
What do you expect him to do with
too tall.
By the way, you know how guilty I felt after every one of these insults. I'm like, I feel so guilty.
Skim on your teeth.
The funny thing is, like, you can't avoid it though, because you got some stupid cross ass eyes.
I do love this idea of just bringing insults to people that have nothing to do with them, just to give them the complex.
Absolutely.
Man,
It's the guy that always wears a bunched up shirt.
What? Oh, hey, crooked tits.
Crooked tits.
But you say it to a guy.
Oh
Man.
fake meth mouth. Fake meth.
That should be your AIM handle.
Be right back. Not doing meth.
We got to bring back AIM, I think.
I think we're good.
You don't think so?
It's all right.
That's what Blue Sky is now.
We're missing out. That's not what Blue Sky is. You don't even know what Blue Sky is.
Hey, do you guys think we'll do another episode before the end of the year or no?
Yeah, of course. We were planning on it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
You were planning on
You're
it.
planning on it, buddy. I got plans.
No, you don't. we
By the way,
we
guarantee
planned this last week.
Beyonce Brittany gets here,
Yeah.
he's not going to be as
absolutely.
He's going to be like, oh, guys, I got stuff to do.
I'll go busy again. I'll go busy. I'll go get my laptop
I got a
computer.
job.
I'll go get my laptop
Got a
computer.
job.
Type for the internet. And then go see my girl from Brittany. With my
Brittany,
fiance
my
Brittany.
fiance says I can't.
With my pepperoni nipples.
Oh, strong man.
What's Nate doing?
He's doing a Homestar Runner character.
You have-
Strong man.
You have gout.
I do. Come on. These are real things.
That's just real.
Damn. Man, guys, that's fucking hard.
Really?
All I'm
What you
saying-
said, hey, you got a high LDL.
As far as I know, we're going to be back
God.
one more time before the end of the year.
I mean, maybe. Evidently, my health is going to kill me before then.
Well, just take care of yourself then.
Oh,
Shit bag.
I mean, you did call him chubby.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Nah, cheating, eh?